Let's walk through how to start adding some interior elements into our building. Particularly, we're going to wrap the columns to give a little bit more of a finished appearance in our Keystone building. So what we're going to do to kind of start off is I'm going to go ahead and move to level 1. I want to run a section view. So I'm going to go up to my quick access toolbar and select the section view tool. And I'm just going to run a section kind of right down the middle here. I'm going to right click and I want to choose go to view from the menu. I want to go ahead and make sure that this level of detail is set to fine. And this is going to show us a lot of the detail. Number one, I just want to kind of get an idea of how tall do I want to make these columns, because we are going to have to factor in later, we're going to put some ceilings in. So in this case, I'm going to go up here and grab the align dimension tool. For the first floor, that first level, we're going to see that we got a dimension of about 17 feet, 8 and 17/32 of an inch, going from the top of the floor to the bottom of the structural steel I-beams. We probably want to leave a little bit of room for HVAC equipment and for the suspended ceiling. So maybe we do about 14 feet, 2 inches, we'll say, just to kind of give us a good amount of room there. And then for the second floor, I want to make sure from the bottom of the K-series joist to the second floor level, it's about 13 feet, 8.5 inches. So I'll probably do about 12 feet even, just to make sure to give a little bit of room above us and on our column wraps. So that way we know how tall that is. Now, this section view I really don't need. So I'm going to go ahead and select cancel a couple times. Move down to my project browser. You'll see that it's labeled as a building section. I'm just going to right click on it and say delete, because that's not something that we really don't need. I'm going to come back to level 1. Once you delete it, brings us back to level 1, or if it doesn't, go ahead and move to level 1. We are then going to start to look at these column wraps. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the architecture tab and go to the wall command. We're going to use and duplicate off of an existing wall. So I'm going to scroll down until I find the interior 3 1/8 inch partition wall, and it has a fire rating of 1 hour. So we're going to go ahead and edit the type, and I'm going to duplicate this. And what we're going to call this is interior, and we'll call it column wrap. Select OK. Then we're going to edit the structure. This has got kind of a double gypsum wallboard layer in there. I'm going to delete layers 2, 6, and 7, which then become, of course, they change numbers, but really what we're looking for here is a gypsum wallboard 1/2 inch, and we're going to have our metal stud layer, which is 1 5/8 of an inch. This is where we're going to fasten those structural steel, like the metal stud layer, to the columns. I'm going to select OK, and OK one more time. Just to kind of check over here in our properties palette, we're going to see it starts base constraint level 1. I have a top constraint that's unconnected. The height that I'm going to set to is 14 feet, 2 inches. And what we can do here is I'm going to go ahead and go up to the rectangle tool, and I'm going to zoom in on the column that is at the intersection on the grid of B2. So I'm going to go ahead and be right there at the column, and I'm going to purposely draw kind of around it and leave some space here. I'm going to cancel twice to stop drawing walls. And when I select the wall, I want to make sure that the blue arrow is on the outside for the exterior. If I select any of the walls, I want to choose the align command. And then I want to go ahead and make sure that I choose the edge of the I-beam, and I'll choose the inside edge of the wall there. So then that way I can go ahead and lock that into place. And I'm just going to go around and do the same thing. I'm going to choose this edge and then this edge, lock it. And again, just always thinking about, you pick where you want it to go, and then you pick the item to move to that location. So now we've got one column that's already wrapped. If I go back to the 3D view, you'll see there it is in our 3D view. Looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and now look at what are some tools. I could repeat that process for all these columns. I'm going to show you some tools to make this just a little bit more efficient, and then that way we can kind of look at doing that. The first one is going to be the copy command. So I'm going to go ahead and select one of my walls, and I'm going to go ahead and actually hold Control and pick all 4. I'm going to go up here to the copy command in the modify panel. And then right now it says click to enter. Now that I've got a selection, it says click to enter a move start point. I'm going to pick this corner right here in the edge of the I-beam. And then as I go along, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the next column. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pick that corner. I'm going to do the same thing here for this one. And the thing is if you try to do it on the one that appears on an exterior wall, you're going to get a little error because you've got two walls that are kind of interfering with each other. So I'm going to select cancel 2 times. And I'm going to select this wall that's kind of interfering, and I'm just going to delete it. You're going to see it's going to clean up where these walls connect, and everything's going to be fine once we delete that. All right, so the same thing here. I'm going to go ahead and do this scenario. Now on this column, I'm just going to go ahead and select these 3. So I'm going to hold Control. Let's go ahead and grab the copy command. Pick the same start point. I always like to pick the corner of the I-beam, and then I'll pick this corner, and you'll see everything will come over, and we won't get the error like we did. All right, so now the cool thing is I've got all this whole row kind of finished. I'm going to select and make sure I just encompass these walls inside of there. I'm going to go up and grab the filter command. And one thing you'll see in the type selector is that it says multiple categories are selected. So I'm actually going to uncheck the structural columns, and then I'll go ahead and hit apply. And when I say OK, you're going to see that actually the type selector is going to change over to the interior column wrap. So here's the cool thing about it is that now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, when I have these selected, I'm going to copy all this down to the next selection. However, the bottom walls are going to interfere. So if I hold my shift key, I can actually deselect these bottom walls on each one of these particular columns. So I'm actually going to deselect these on each one. And then let's run the copy command. And again, to move the start point, I'm going to pick the same corner as what I did before. Zoom out, go down, pick the same location, and that's going to add in our walls there. Okay. Check in the 3D view. You're going to be able to see there's our columns all wrapped and everything looks good. Now, the only thing is that if I go back to level 1, I'm going to go ahead and I want to purposely not kind of select this exterior wall. So I'm going to kind of stay outside of it. I'm going to make sure I don't get, I'm going to kind of stop short here. So I don't want to make sure to get that one caught in there. I'm going to select all those. I'm going to filter. Again, I want to uncheck the structural columns, say OK. There's going to be the walls all placed there. You're going to see maybe I might have to go in manually if I need to. Hold my control key. Maybe we'll grab some of the walls here that didn't get selected as we were going through that if you need to. So, but they should be turning blue. If you select something by accident, hold shift and then click it again. But I'm going to make sure I got all these structural column wraps in there. Okay, it looks like everything looks pretty good. So now that I have these selected, what I'm going to do just to make your life even easier is I'm going to use this mirror draw axis command. So now that I have these selected, I'll click it. Now it says to pick a start point for the axis. So I'm actually going to go ahead and find on this particular scenario, I want to be able to find like where would be the very middle of our line here or on our midpoint. So I'm actually going to use the wall. So right here, right in the middle of that 24-foot spacing, you'll see that I have kind of like the midpoint right there. When I see that triangle, I'm going to click. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go straight across to the straight line and just go and click there. And what's going to happen is it's going to transfer and mirror all those column wraps over to these other columns. So if I go to 3D, you're going to see there they all are right there being selected. So if I click off, there we go. So it makes that a lot easier and a lot quicker to be able to kind of work from as you're kind of playing around with doing that. All right, for the last kind of portion of this, so we see, and as we look, everything looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and do very similar process of I'm going to go ahead and select all of the column wraps that are here. Now we don't want to get the outside exterior walls. So you'll see those will highlight. I want to come in just a little bit and I want to select. I'm going to go ahead and filter. I want to uncheck the structural columns. You're going to see there's the column wraps. I'm going to go up here to the copy to clipboard. Clicking that, you'll see the paste button comes alive now. Click the drop down arrow and say, let's paste a line to selected levels. I'll select level 2, select OK. It's going to give me a little error, so let's go ahead and go to level 2. You're going to see all these are going to still be highlighted. So for right now, that looks okay, but let's go ahead and change the height of these over to just 12 foot even. 12 foot, 0 inches. Now that I've got the height, if I check my 3D view, you'll see those will be now aligned to the height. If I go back to level 2, now I can go ahead and click off, and I might just have to clean up, especially it's this wall right here. I'm just going to go ahead and delete these guys. So figured this was a lot easier just to go back and kind of delete and clean up these column wraps this way. Now, it said there was 4 warnings. We don't have any warnings now because we deleted those 4 instances where there were overlapping walls. So now you'll be able to take a look at your column wraps, and everything looks pretty good. So we are now set up to start adding in some interior partition walls in our next video.